We are moving forward with establishing a new crime of hate.
I'm going to need a deep breath before this one, so let me take one. All right, here goes. First and foremost, why is it that of all the things that you mentioned in regards to hate, not one of them mentioned anti-Indigenous hate? Not a single example that you gave was of anti-Indigenous hate crimes or the suffering that Indigenous people are subjected to in terms of hate crimes. I'm going to pause it there for a second for everybody. Second off, how are you going to guarantee that that law specifically outlining the symbol, targeting a symbol that is, from the Yahtzee era, how are you going to make sure it's not going to be weaponized instead as anti-South Asian hate? Because Canadians are not educated for shit. And finally, the problem isn't the lack of hate crimes. The problem is that your police officers refuse to put through that charge, even with the existing criminal codes of hate crime. Your Crown prosecutions, everything, they all refuse to put forward that charge. The courts, none of them want to put through that charge. Do you know how I know? Because New Brunswick, despite being the least educated, most impoverished, and most vile province in Canada when it comes to discrimination, has one of the lowest hate crime rate in Canada. Even though we overtly had hate speech in a newspaper caricature 3 years ago, and not a fucking thing was done. So pardon me if your word salad is just deflection from the lack of accountability that you guys take. Because the fact is, the criminal codes already exist. And if they already exist and we refuse to put forth those charges, when Joyce Echaquan is quite literally experiencing hate speech while being executed by negligence by the nurses in the hospital, when your wellness checks are not for shit, and your cops, your cops use slurs, and we've all experienced it and seen it. Please explain to me what performance of word salad this is. And dear Canadians, if you applaud this, please continue joining Americans in their grieving of a outspoken Yahtzee. Sit in that freaking discomfort and marinate.